Hello everyone, I'm back with part 2 of this reading. Sorry about the delay, but the camera had cut off and yeah, so let's keep going. So next we have Moon Magic, Hispanic / Latino, Party Animal / Stay Lit, Prayer, Sirius like the star Sirius, and we have Secrets, Lightworker, Psychic, Lover, Osiris, Wow, Matrix Vibes, Mayat. Trust is at the bottom. Horus is the Egyptian god. Horus is behind trust. I'm gonna take that. And sex, vanilla, orgy, threesomes, Milky Way. It's talking about pregnancy too. Breadwinner, spiritual warrior, Goofy, tarot reader. I just saw this card. That's how I knew that was next. In the middle, Sweet Delicious. Behind that, we have Goon, Gambler, Prostitute / Tricking, Big Wand / Tight Coochie. Okay. Wow. That was a lot to dissect. So there's definitely something going on here when it comes to infidelity and possibly a pregnancy. Someone could have gotten, a masculine could have got got a woman pregnant, another woman pregnant. And this could have led to some type of divorce, because we have cheater / liar, we have court, we have Pacific Islander. So you could be a Pacific Islander, your husband could be, or this other woman could be. But besides the point, what I was talking about earlier, like I feel like somebody scrutinized everything that you do, or like your religious beliefs, or it could be what you believe in just from, how would I say, just your values and morals are different. There's a strong possibility that you and your significant other could be going to court either for divorce or something about straightening out something with paternity. Because if they cheated on you, it's a strong possibility that they could have gotten another woman pregnant, and y'all could be going to court to see if the child is really theirs or not. Because there's definitely something going on here. Or you could be going to court, obviously, to get a divorce, and it could be some like adjudication involved with splitting up certain items or assets, property, money. But what stands out to me is this moon magic. That's a very strong feminine form of magic, and it revolves around the moon and moon phases. And I feel like you could be attached to the moon, like different moon magic or rituals or something, or someone you're dealing with could have practiced moon magic, because I feel like somebody tried to trap this masculine with a baby. And I do feel like the reason why your partner cheated on you is because they could have possibly been trying to just pick things apart about you that they supposedly didn't like or something. Or maybe they don't like your cultural traditions that you follow. And you may do it right, but they may judge you like far as your cooking, your dancing. Um, if okay, for example, if you and your spouse went out on a trip, y'all went to Hawaii. A Pacific Islander person, for example, could be like a Hawaiian person. They could have started looking at this Hawaiian woman and look at her like if she knew how to do the traditional Hawaiian dance, like with the what they call it, with the specific Hawaiian dances and stuff. I cannot remember off the. I used to remember this. Um, and it turned them on or something that could have prompted them to want to cheat and possibly could have impregnated this woman. Okay, moon magic. I feel like someone they were dealing with could possibly do moon magic, or like they were trying to trap this masculine with this baby. Let me tell you something. People practice moon magic across all different cultures, races. It does not matter. Okay. And I'm also getting that there is another uh like culture or what you call ethnicity involved. This person could be Hispanic or Latino. The fuck? That was crazy. This is the first time this has happened. Oh my god. Or I'm also getting that this person could also be a party animal, or they like to stay lit, or this Pacific Islander person could be a party animal and they like to stay lit. They may like to dance, drink, smoke, fuck you name it. Um there's something going on here. Real heavy. There could be more than one woman involved too. One woman could be Hispanic or Latino. Other woman could be a Pacific Islander. And one woman could practice moon magic while the other one is just, or they may like doing moon magic and like the party, or one or the other. But I'm getting definitely with some type of Osiris energy. This masculine could have like an Osiris energy, a very kingly or king like type of energy. He could have went through something where he could have had a rebirth or something like that, and or actually had a medical issue where he died and came back or something. I hope that nobody did. Well, you know what? I'm getting some type of immaculate conception type of shit. You wonder like, damn, how does where this baby come from or something? Cause honestly, it got me thinking about Isis and Osiris, right? How it was almost like an immaculate conception, like with Jesus, Virgin Mary, and Joseph, that situation where uh, Jesus was born to a virgin mother, Mother Mary slash Virgin Mary. But in this case, this person is not a virgin, I'm picking up on. But I feel like somebody did something to get pregnant. Like either they were having some type of fertility issues, or they felt like they weren't able to get pregnant fast enough, or something with the ovulation. Like they were calculating like their cycle, oh, obviously around the moon, which the moon and the woman's menstrual cycle go hand in hand. Like those cycles actually mirror each other every 28 days. But I feel like somebody was trying so hard to get pregnant by a masculine who could have had this, like, that Osiris, excuse me, energy. Like, they represented some type of rebirth, renewal, and some type of, I don't know, like some type of growth or abundance or something was attached to this person. Something is going on here because horrors popped up too. Milky Way, trust, and sex, vanilla orgy, threesomes. The reason why a DNA test may be involved is because I still feel this, like, it's this strong pregnancy energy. Like, this masculine could have trusted one of these females, or they could have had a orgy with these females. Somebody could have been married and had an orgy with their husband, and they could have been one of these ethnicity specific islander or Hispanic slash Latino, or they could have had orgies with two people like that. That's that specific race. Milky Way definitely is talking about, like, I would say in this case I'm picking up like pregnancy energy. Like, I'm thinking of like Hathor and Hera and that mother energy, like the mother's milk and all this stuff, like the Milky Way. Like dealing with the, like, the creation of life, the incubation period, gestation period, because sex here and then like this pregnancy that just popped out of nowhere. I'm thinking the reason why it seems so mysterious because somebody could have been on birth control and had never gotten pregnant in this situation. They thought they could trust this person, but in actuality, they could have stopped taking a pill and then bam, you have this child here. Like this immaculate conception, Horus. Because see, Horus, he had to get put back together because he was basically like decapitated by his brother Seth out of jealousy, envy, and a whole lot of other stuff. And his body was scattered around. And I believe that was that Isis, and I forgot the other goddess name, was in Nephthys. Their sister had to find the body parts of Osiris. Once he got put back together again, he was like in a mummified state, and he had got brought back to life through magic. And that's crazy. Like with this moon magic here and Osiris, it's almost like this man was broken, but he got put back together again. You could have felt that way with your partner, that this man was broken, but you had to put him back together again. You thought by putting things back together, that's the Isis energy, taking things that's kind of broken, damaged, and putting people back together again. That's one of the aspects of Isis people don't really talk about like that. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, the only body part that they could not find of Osiris was his penis. So that's why magic had to come into play, where Isis had to basically perform magic to get their son Horus. Horus is like a basically like a messianic or a messiah type of energy too, in a sense, because he was the hero. He actually fought against his uncle Set, who basically killed his father or offed his father, Osiris. And he represents the sun and being a king and basically like cosmic knowledge and power, divinity, and a lot of other things. But what I'm also getting that some type of justice was served here with Maya, and I'm thinking that also deals, that's that court energy, because if you think of Maya or Justicia, which is like the lady with the blindfold on, Lady Justice, right? In Roman mythology, that makes sense that some type of the scales had to be balanced here with court and Maya. This is like some type of legal situation that's going on, and the scales could be balanced in your favor. We have lover, we have secrets. Now, like I said, if it wasn't threesomes involved, in some people cases, people do threesomes. That's very open and knowledgeable. People know about that. That a lot of people partake in threesomes now. But if a threesome was not involved, that didn't include you, it's definitely they had a threesome probably with these other two individuals, and that's the secret that they held from you. But you found out. You eventually found out. You could be psychic, or you could have talked to a psychic. I'm also getting tarot reader up here. And then with Goofy, spiritual warrior, I don't know who the Goofy is. This could be, you know what? I really do feel like it's one of these side chicks that scrutinizing you, talking about you, because if the shoe's on the other foot, where you're a specific race or something, or someone who someone who's outside of their race, I feel like this person talks shit about you, like, oh, that bitch can't cook or she can't dance, but really you bomb as fuck though, like with your food and dancing and tradition and stuff. And they talk shit about you because they could be jealous of you or something because of that, just because of what you identify as, from a cultural and ethnic standpoint. That's crazy. Somebody could have also talked to a tarot reader or psychic. Hell, I'm considered psychic / tarot reader. But the Goofy, I feel like, don't realize that you're a spiritual warrior. Hell, this could be your partner who's considered to be a Goofy. And also, you're a breadwinner too. Because I feel like you pull the most weight out of everybody in this situation. You may have a better paying job. You may have everything, the house, the car, the everything, the abundance. And that makes sense when I'm thinking about Sirius, because Sirius is the dog star, and it can also focus on fame and fortune. A lot of people don't know that because it's a mixture of Jupiter and Mars, and it can also represent like health, abundance, divine connection, being a guide for others spiritually. And that's why I says, not secret, sorry, with these psychic / tarot reader, you could be doing your own damn readings, and you could be getting blessed by your ancestors too because of that. You look into your own shit, but you may look at YouTube channels for extra confirmation or get readings for extra confirmation. But I feel like some Goofy told you that you weren't good at that. Somebody who could be a fake too, also pretending like they're more spiritual than you and everything like that, and they're not. It's just all cap and lies, basically. Prayer, light worker. Again, I feel like you are these things. You are a light worker and prayer warrior. You pray a lot. You're a spiritual warrior. And also with Sirius, I'm thinking about how this also ties to Isis and Osiris. And when I'm thinking about it, this could deal with somebody trying to come in and interfere with your relationship because they see that y'all could have had something good going. But I feel like somebody got into y'all person's head, and that sadly enough, they were influenced by this person. Your person could have been insecure and they could have went off to somebody else because they could have been intimidated by all the things that you represent, right? You're beautiful, you're strong, powerful, you have all these spiritual gifts, and you could have been seeing through their flaws and they ran to somebody else. That's a strong possibility. And I do feel like they were caught in the matrix, but they shouldn't have been, because I felt like they had a lot of guidance around them, but they just refused to listen to it. Yeah, so I think I covered all that. We're going to do a random card. What else is going on in this situation? Drug binge. Some